We're here to document the training exercise. The one that's going on now.
Training exercise here?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. You're not filming this kind of training. Who are you with? Who are you?
Oh, we were told that we could come here and film.
Who are you guys?
We're just members of the public, sent on behalf of PINAC.
Okay. Yeah.
And we were told that we could come here and film this training exercise.
Technically, this is firearms training. Because it's firearms training, you don't have to film unless you get permission from our chief firearms instructor. So
where is he?
Previous permission. He doesn't work here. He works at Milton. So if you haven't come with any kind of prior arrangement, we can't let you film it, unfortunately.
All right.
Are you guys escorting these two?
No, we were just going to see if they got IDs.
Yeah.
No, we're from PINAC.
Yeah, have you got any idea on you?
No, we don't carry ID. No.
Well, you would have a visitor's
How
pass.
did you get in through the front door?
We just walked in.
No, the security guys.
Okay, you need to sign in with somebody.
The gate was wide open though.
Yeah, okay, but we need to go back to security and sign you in.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, let's do that.
So then we're allowed to be around here.
As long as you've got someone here who can sign you in and who can account for who you are.
The moment the officers sprint over demanding, "How did you get in here?" they accidentally reveal the real problem, their own security failure. Coley doesn't dodge, doesn't hesitate. He tells them straight, "We just walked in. The gate was wide open." And that's the killer point. If a police academy running firearms drills can't even keep one of its public access gates closed or properly supervised, then the issue isn't a member of the public walking through. It's the fact the academy left itself exposed. If anything, Coley just stress-tested their perimeter better than their own staff. This wasn't a crime. It wasn't suspicious behavior. It was a policing failure. And the officers knew it the second the words left his mouth.
Okay. We're not here for any trouble. We're just here to just want to take some photos and to make a video. That's all.
That's all right. But if you can sign in at the front, yeah.
Can you sign us in?
I can't because I don't know who you are. But it needs to be someone who knows who you are.
Okay.
Can we go and do that? Please? We've got to go to the front, mate, anyway.
Do we?
We do, yeah.
What, because you say so?
Because it's a police building.
Yeah, but it's publicly accessible though.
Okay, but someone still needs to sign you into the building.
Hello.
Inspector Towell.
Hello.
I'm based here.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, arresting both of you at the moment.
Arrested us?
Yeah.
For what?
Trespassing.
That's a civil matter.
Yeah. Section 4.
Right.
Yeah, the Vagrancy Act 1824.
Main gate.
1824.
Closed premises.
It's not enclosed, there's an implied right of
You're
access.
under arrest.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm under arrest as well.
So anyone here got a pair of handcuffs?
Don't need to put us in cuffs, I'll comply.
Okay.
So
Well, if you walk me over to the front of the entry.
You're going to take us into custody now, are you?
You are both under arrest, yes.
For what?
I've just explained.
Inspector Tao walks onto the scene and immediately does the one thing no competent officer should do. He arrests first and thinks later. No questions, no clarification, no investigation. He just blurts out trespass under Section 4 of the Vagrancy Act 1824, as if he's uncovered some master legal move, when in reality he's exposed himself as someone who has no idea what powers he actually has. Section 4 of the Vagrancy Act 1824 is nearly 200 years old, aimed at punishing rogues and vagabonds roaming the streets, not members of the public who walk through an open, publicly accessible gate. It's an archaic, practically obsolete law that most forces stopped relying on long ago because it's outdated, overly broad, and constantly criticized for misuse. Yet here's an inspector, not a rookie, not a trainee, an inspector dragging out like it's a trump card.
Trespass.
I've just
We haven't been asked to leave. It's not aggravated trespass. No, you don't need to grab me. Get your hand off me. I'm coming. I'm complying.
Walk with me,
Get your hand off me. Get your hand off me.
Hang on,
Inspector, I'm complying. You don't need to grab me. What? Trespass is a civil offence, Inspector. Can you get your hand off me, please? Get your hand off me. I don't want to resist, but get your hand
You are
off me.
struggling.
I can get you
Stop
off
struggling.
me. Then get off me then, please.
Stop struggling.
I'm complying.
Stop
Can you get
struggling.
off me, please?
You're
Can you
under
get off me?
arrest.
Can you get
I'm
off me?
restraining you. Stop struggling.
I'm not trying to run away, am I? I'm complying, aren't I?
Stop struggling.
Well, can you get off me?
You're
Let's
pulling
compromise.
away.
I'm not going to pull away. Can
Okay,
you get off
come
me?
on.
Can you get off me, please? Or I'm not going to come.
Stop struggling. Stop struggling. This
I'm not
man's under
struggling.
arrest.
Get under arrest, please.
Vagrancy Act 1824.
All right, come on, mate. Out you come. Let's go. What act? 1824.
You heard it twice now.
No, explain. So what's the offence? Trespass is a civil
I've
offence.
got you under control, but you're being compliant. We'll have a conversation.
Okay. You could just ask me to leave and I could leave.
You're not leaving, are you, mate?
Well, I will leave. You haven't asked me to leave.
in the first place.
Yeah, but there's an implied right of access. So it's not aggravated trespass.
whatever, mate. You can talk about.
No, it's not about whatever, mate. It's not aggravated trespass, is it? I'm not struggling, mate.
You're
So I'm not trying to pull away. I'm not.
All right, I don't want to break your camera.
Alright, you're not. I'm not.
So let's just...
You have to.
What Coley said was an opinion. It was solid law. Implied right of access means members of the public can enter an open gateway to approach a reception point unless that right has been clearly withdrawn through lock gates, barriers, or direct instruction. None of that existed here. The officers had left the entry unobstructed. Security didn't challenge him, and no one told him to leave before the inspector jumped straight to arresting him. So when the officer snapped back with, "You shouldn't be here in the first place," he wasn't giving a legal position. He was revealing he didn't understand the legal position. Coley's point was correct. Without explicit withdrawal of access, it isn't aggravated trespass. It isn't criminal, and it absolutely doesn't justify an arrest. The officer's dismissive whatever mate was the last refuge of someone who had no lawful argument left.
You'd be under arrest for trespassing when you're invited in.
You weren't invited.
Of course you have. I've got it on camera. That's what I just said. By the security guards. I've got everything on camera. I can stop the camera now and show it to you.
Do you know what? Let the inspector do what he's got to do. Yeah.
Yeah, but
then you can investigate that, and then you can go.
But you see, as a police officer, yeah, like, well, you're not supposed to do the investigation. You've said that we're under arrest for trespassing. Not you, the inspector.
Because we don't know this.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
You just have under arrest. Excuse me.
Yes, yeah, they said I'm under arrest as well.
Hang on, man. Thank you very much.
You can't stop my recording though.
You've been arrested, mate. You're under arrest, mate.
Why are you doing this when I'm complying? So can you just let my arms go so I can walk freely? Well, why no? Why are you acting like this? What are you trying to be?
Taking you out.
Like what's all of this about?
The situation is you're trespassing.
The situation is I've been invited here, which I said I've got on camera. This one is still recording, which I can play back to you, and I'm in handcuffs. Anyway, this will go to my solicitor. You will be in trouble anyway.
This moment absolutely obliterated the officer's narrative. Coley's friend calmly tells him he has clear footage of security allowing them through the gate. The single most important piece of evidence in determining whether any offense occurred. And instead of showing even a hint of interest in verifying that claim, the officer brushes it off with, "Let the inspector do what he has to do." That's not policing. That's blindly following a colleague's mistake instead of preventing a wrongful arrest. A police officer's first duty is to investigate, not rubber stamp whatever the inspector has already decided. When a member of the public offers exculpatory evidence on the spot, officers should jump at the chance to review it. Why? Because it can immediately prevent a false arrest, unnecessary force, wasted resources, and a lawsuit. But these officers chose convenience over truth.
Have a seat down there, buddy.
Let's come to some sort of.
I'm in. Hey, look, I'm in cuffs, you know.
You're arrested and you're still recording. Sit down.
Section 4 of the Vagrancy Act. It's criminal offence, okay? Trespassing on enclosed premises. The inspector's just explained it to the other chap. He's going to come over and explain it to you.
Is that your phone or his phone?
No, that's my phone.
It's this gentleman's.
Placed in a van, taken to the big bad Collindale police station where we were kept for about 12 hours before finally being interviewed by PC Heslin, who at the time informed us that we would be further arrested for aggravated trespass. Guys, remember, for trespass to be aggravated, you must be disrupting or otherwise obstructing people from carrying out their lawful business. Aggravated trespass legislation is often used to deter travellers from setting up shop on private property, which affects people from going about their business. So in that capacity, aggravated trespass is not a piece of legislation that would be used to arrest photographers. It's got a pretty obvious kind of...
Being hauled off to Colindale and held for 12 hours over an open gate is already outrageous. But it gets even more absurd when PC Heesling sits him down and tells him he's being further arrested for aggravated trespass. Despite the fact that Coley walked through a publicly accessible entrance, was never stopped by security, and wasn't obstructing anyone or anything. But on the plus side, every extra hour, they kept him only strengthened his case. Because now, as Coley explains, this turned into the easiest civil claim he has ever filed.
PC Heslin even said before the recording started in the interview that this offence was a non-starter and that he was just sent to take the interview. By the expression on his face and his body language, he too agreed that this whole situation was a bit of a show. Like it just seemed like he was just sent to take the interview. But shortly after the interview was complete, we were put back in the cells before being released and given a piece of paper reading refusal to charge. I think this is different to NFA. I think NFA, they can reopen the case if further evidence emerges. Not 100% on that, but that's what I believe. So following this, obviously the first thing I did was consult my legal team and explain to them what had happened. They were very confused when I explained to them that I was arrested under the Vagrancy Act, as they were unfamiliar with it. So they requested that I obtain the custody record from the Met and give it to them before they could investigate any further. I made the subject access request on the 6th of January asking for a copy of the custody record. They got back to me on Valentine's Day with the custody record. I then forwarded this information to my legal team, who have since filed a letter before claim against the Met Police. And so we wait. But yeah, as soon as I got the custody record, sent it to my solicitors, and boom, like they were on it. They got it moving straight away. So clearly they see this case as a high prospect of success, because they didn't mess about at all. Yeah, big up my legal team as well. Good.
Lawyers don't move that fast unless the case is a clear-cut high-value win. They immediately confirmed a receipt, assigned a file handler, and began drafting a formal letter of claim against the police. That's not routine. That a legal team seeing an open goal. The combination of an unlawful arrest, an outdated power, zero investigation, smashed equipment, and 12 hours in custody is exactly the kind of case firms love, because it's practically guaranteed success. Coley's Hendon encounter wasn't just a bad stop. It was a full-blown collapse of policing standards. And it happened in front of the very academy where officers are trained. You couldn't script irony this perfect. A publicly accessible gate left open. Security letting them through. An inspector coming in with a vagrancy act like it's still Victorian England. Another officer dismissing implied right of access, and not one officer bothering to check the footage that would have cleared everything in seconds. And although Coley hasn't publicly updated the outcome, the legal trajectory tells a story for him, with wrongful arrest, unlawful detention, assault, property damage, and outdated legislation being misused. This is the kind of case that typically settles in the £3,000 to £8,000 range. And given how quickly his solicitors moved, it's almost certain the force paid to make this disappear quietly. For Hendon, the place responsible for training police across the UK, this one must have stung. If this is a standard coming out of the academy, no wonder auditors keep winning. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me continue with my independent coverage. His channel is linked in the description. Show him some love. Thanks for watching. See you in the next.